6 feet apart. You've got to be absolutely 100% trusting in your neighbour. You know, and that's where it's all about. First of all, maintaining your own high professional standards. Absolutely a given. And then just work hard and practice. And these guys, very often, someone like Gerald who's flying the plane, he'll often go up 3 times a day. But, something really special now coming in on the right-hand side, because, again, it's been a wonderful time. So this is Blenheim from in many respects, and we're going to be finishing off this afternoon in a truly British fashion in many ways, because of course we're going to follow this with a pair of Spitfires as well, and with any luck they haven't practiced it yet, but we hope very much that we'll see 4-3 formation. Well, what is this aircraft? If you don't know, maybe you haven't seen it before. Well, it's a Bristol Blenheim, a truly unique British aircraft. Its history is long and formative, and is very much an important milestone in the history of British aviation. Although this particular aircraft's background has had quite a survival story. It's been repaired several times, and they hope very much that they can keep this aircraft going for a very long time. If you've got your program with you, it's worth just reading the detail of the program about this aircraft, because it has quite a unique story to it. It explains why it's got its practices in the winter. Yes, you haven't heard the program, have you? There, you need it. I'm going to give it to you now. There you are, and it's a celebrity. And what is very interesting about the program. It was actually built originally in 1934 as a small airliner, a private venture by the Bristol Aircraft Company, and funded independently by Lord Rothermere, named the Spirit of Britain. It was presented to the nation, but after modification and of course the call of war, it became the first stress-skinned bomber to be accepted into service by the Royal Air Force. It was the fastest light bomber of the day, and faster than the fighter aircraft at the time, and became the backbone of the light bomber force. At the start of the Second World War, the Royal Air Force had more of these in service, over 1,000 of them, than any other aircraft. It therefore bore the brunt of the early war bombing effort, and its crews paid a heavy price defending the nation. It was pressed into roles it was not designed for, such as long-range fighter and night fighter roles, and thus became the first multi-role aircraft. The crews very much took to the Blenheim, and Winston Churchill paid homage to their bravery, carrying them to the charge of the Light Brigade. The aircraft's flown today by Lee Proudfoot, name in the aviation world, the 1980s, taught by his father, who had been an RF instructor. Adopted a very disciplined and high standards, just as we were discussing earlier on. And Lee went into glider flying first of all, and then went on to fly in 737. Spent his time teaching tailwheel conversions and aerobatics, and became a very competent pilot. Went on to fly pit specials and extra 300s of Nigel Land's old Toyota team. And then split his time between flying commercially and also flying in air shows throughout the summer. Went on to fly HP-40s for Virgin Atlantic before joining the Air Flight. Works most of his time flying these wonderful vintage aircraft, flying well over 60 types of aircraft to everybody's enjoyment. So this aircraft, as I say, an absolutely iconic British vessel, was put together some years ago, but sadly was crashed at Duxford, and then a long restoration project, and a new company put it back together. And Simon, have you discovered yet what is so unique about this aircraft?
Well, it's funny you should ask, George, because I do know now that Bristol worker Ralph Nelson was given permission after the war to find the nose section of the plane and convert it to a car. It drove for many years, and then it was finally damaged, and then donated that for the restoration project, and it's still got...
And that nose cone, it's just flown past you 6 times. With an absolute an absolute tribute